App Stupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We're in season 3 thanks to you all. This is where we cover NBA, college basketball, and college football, along with the NFL. Thanks to you all for making us one of your stops and destinations in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So sit back, relax, let us do our thing. Welcome to App Stupid. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live on a frigid Thursday here in the Midwest. Happy New Year to everybody joining us here at App Stupid. If you are just joining us for the first time, please hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, and we appreciate it here at the channel. So, action-packed show for you today. Yep, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They torched the Oregon Ducks in Pasadena. You'll get our thoughts on that game. Then Michigan, Sharon Moore. Can we just call him the coach of the year? Because he's done more with less, and they beat Alabama again. We'll talk about that game. Louisville, L1C4 for life. They beat the Washington Huskies in an epic thriller, also an instant classic. Texas versus Arizona State. 2 overtimes. Yeah, that game was amazing. And then finally, Penn State, they clubbed Boise. Yeah, they beat Boise bad. And Ashton Genty, he is a phenomenal talent, but that game doesn't define who he is. And it just speaks volumes about a defense at Penn State that had his number. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting a new rap album this month. Redman, Muddy Waters 2. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is What's Hot, La 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 with Redman and Method Man, Don't You Miss, Ignorant, A, Hood Star with Kid Capri, Faith Evans, Pop the Trunk, Ghetto Motivation, I love that record, Kush with Snoop Dogg, Goofy, 1 O'Clock, and many more. Redman, Muddy Waters 2, in stores now. A shout out to Reggie Noble, Funk Didoc, the Spidoc. Make sure you go ahead and get that. It's a good album. I enjoyed it myself. So not going to go ahead and delay this. Just going to bring it out right now. I did not expect Ohio State to do this to Oregon. I mean, Oregon being undefeated. They got the number 1 overall seed. They got the bye week. They earned it. They went through the Big Ten, their first inaugural season, and became the champions. So in this game, like I said, the last time these two teams played, it came down to 1 point. Will Howard couldn't get down in time to actually get that field goal. So for him, this was a get-back game. And how did it start? Jeremiah freaking Smith, 45-yard pass from Will Howard. They go right to the house. Insane. Dylan Gabriel, they gave him all kind of different looks in that Ohio State defense. It confused him. He wasn't able to go ahead and cash that check. They had to boot the ball away. Emeka Ibuka, 42-yard pass from Will Howard. And now Ohio State, and this is all first quarter. Ohio State is up 14-0. If you are shocked, just like everybody was who was watching this, Ohio State handedly beat Oregon. Ohio State handedly beat down the Ducks. Second quarter opens up. You got Jaden Fielding. He's got a 46-yard field goal. Now Ohio State is up 17-0. They picked up in the second quarter where they left off in the first quarter. Oh my goodness. They wasn't done. Dylan Gabriel confused about a couple of coverages. You had a lot of batted down balls at the line of scrimmage. I mean, it was a defensive masterpiece from the Ohio State Buckeyes. But then Jeremiah freaking Smith wasn't done again. He gets a 43-yard pass from Will Howard. Now this thing is 24-0. And I know a lot of people who had Oregon going all the way to the college football final to face whoever was on the other side of the bracket, they had to be sitting in just bewilderment. Like, how is this happening? Because this was a beating, a woodshed beating. This wasn't me beating or avenging a loss. This was point proven. This was, let me prove something to you. That's how this went down. Again, you had Dylan Gabriel. He was confused on a lot of coverages, a lot of packages, a lot of solos. And then when they started bringing the extra man either off the edge or right up through the gut, he just couldn't answer the call. Then I seen Travion Henderson break for 66 yards when I seen him bounce out to the B gap and then he cuts it upfield. Even his speed was set up when they had, because if you go out and you watch that run, the guy from Oregon, he had a beat on him because he had the angle and he couldn't catch him. He could not catch that guy. And Henderson made this thing 31-0. This is still the second quarter. Again, Dylan Gabriel and the Oregon faithful, now they have to go to fourth down because you can't go three and out, and Ohio State keeps scoring and you can't stop them. Even extending these things to fourth down, they still had to punt it away. Will Howard takes the guys downfield. Ohio State can't cash the check. Now you got to go say this to yourself. Since the whistle blew to start the game, they were scoring. They finally had another field goal, not only a field goal to open the second quarter, but they had a field goal at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. And now, the 2-minute and 59-second mark of the second quarter, which made this thing 34-0. Everybody was like, what? And at that point, if you're Dan Lanning and the Ducks, you're playing for pride. So Dylan Gabriel, he got a touchdown, and they went ahead and scored on the 2-point conversion. And going into the half, it's 34-8. Again, I don't know who can beat Ohio State at this time. They wreaked havoc and embarrassed Tennessee. They completely humiliated the Oregon Ducks. We'll cover the second half of this game and why this thing got even worse for Oregon when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike. Songs for Sinners and Saints in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners in stores now. Shout out to Killer Mike. Shout out to Atlanta. So when we last left off, we were talking about the third quarter for the Oregon Ducks, and they started to go on these long, time-consuming plays that keep chewing up clock. But there's only one thing in that, is that when you try to disrupt the rhythm of another team and you're behind double digits, that may not work out for you. So you have to have quick strikes to kind of keep them at bay or try to hope you can get stops along the way. And that did not happen. I mean, here it is. You had Noah Whittington. He gets that 2-yard touchdown run. And now this thing is 34-15. And I know people in Oregon, it was like, we have hope. We can come back. We're going to force this thing into overtime. No such thing had happened because Travion Henderson made sure of that when he had that 8-yard run. He made sure of that when he had that 8-yard run, and it was 41-15. That was the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, at this point, you have the lead. There's no reason to keep putting the ball in the air with Will Howard. There's no reason to keep Jeremiah Smith out there on the field. Again, it's 41-15. Put the ball on the ground, chew up some clock, and that's what Ryan Day and company did. The only thing about that was that there was a touchdown from Trayshawn Holman, 27-yarder from Dylan Gabriel, which made this thing 41-21, and that was your final score. That was your final score, and no one could have predicted that was going to happen. Ohio State is real, and they are coming, and they're a problem, and yikes, those dudes are out there. Because they feel that this is their moment and this is their time to win the college football championship. And I got to agree with them. They look really good. Congrats to them. Oregon, you'll be back next year. If you're in the Columbus area, get in the chat. Let me know. Are you satisfied with the beatings they've been handing out? This is Big Vern. I'll be back.